Hello, welcome. Welcome Mark, Nulzarian, Atreus, Moxie Chief and everybody. Star Trek Online again, and I have a huge task in front of me. Going forward, I will mainly focus on Star Trek Online. I do have one more Transport Fever stream left to do, and then it will be only Star Trek Online for the rest of the year. Because I have decided to go over all my characters. Check that they have a working build to see that they have everything they need. Give them a test run and yeah, adjust if necessary. And hello Raj, welcome. That's gonna be the order of business. I'm just gonna go through my entire list of characters. We can quickly take a look before we start looking at the characters themselves. We have quite a long list. It's a tall order, yeah it is. We have this guy, it's a scientist. We have a Klingon tech engineer, yep. We have a TOS guy, tactical. We have my pack lad. And we have another Klingon. Like a ball order. Content post Halloween, most likely the last campaign event. Most likely. Telrite engineer. We have my Klingon recruit. Then we have my mostly armless liberated Borg Romulan. Jupiter Redis. maybe, who knows. We have my strange new TOS disco mashup character. We have Licorice, which is a Romulan again, KDF Romulan. There is Oriana, which is a scientist. Looking good. Of course, then we have thank you for the bits, and hello.
You will be destroyed.
We have my previous Delta recruit from last year, I think, the cat and his crew. And we have the Kelvin timeline Captain Celsius of the USS Fahrenheit. I know. We have one of my main scientists. So I'm doing good, situations. Just going through my list of characters because I'm going to go through all of them from now until the rest of the year to make sure that they have working builds and that they're up to scratch. And then of course my first DPS tune ever, Mr. Jeb in the Pancake Waffle Biscuit. He's a Riemann. It's from the days of Legacy of New Romulus, so he's been around for a while. And I also have this Saurian guy, which we did feature on the previous Star Trek Online stream. He's still working on his reps. He's a Saurian. Using some cool sunglasses. Flying the Adamant. My Mind Layer guy in the ISS Face the Wrath. It's a Styx. Yeah. And there's a cat. And we have Clarence Over in the USS Amanda Kessenug. It's a California class. We have another cat. Surrendered to the might of the Tholian assembly, giving herself to a life of servitude of your true overlord. I have considered it, but I've chosen not to. Flying the sarcophagus, yep. Yep, so many tags, I know. And we also have a Ferengi with all the Ferengi suspects in the crew. Flying the USS Tango. Need a new name for that. And then we have my little Gorny guy. Poor choice. Yeah, I love tags. He's very Gorny. He's also flying, what is it? It's a Kelvin D7, yeah. Then we have another scientist. The goat coffee. Then we have the star of the show. the ship called the Lucky 7. Yeah, that's a good call, actually. It's flying a Husnock, of course. We have Mr. Jeb Hadar, my Gamma recruit from the first run, flying the Jemadar warship. We have a theme build guy, the USS Beagle. As you can see, it's Enterprise themed. This is the default crew, I think it is. Yeah, and I put the Vulcan in the Vulcan suit, of course. A bank manager, of course, is not going to be played. He's an Talaxian, just extra inventory. And then we have someone that you might not have seen. It's the Smorgas of Borg. Which is beautiful. Having a strange crew of Lita, a Cat, a Borg, and Janeway. And my latest acquisition is a Romulan engineer with the default crew. Tobin Kev over there, looking grumpy. And this one will be also played and leveled up in some of the streams before the end of the year. So, where to begin? I think we're just gonna take one of them and see where they are and go from there. And this one is not for today because that's a episode runs leveling up kind of thing. So let's go with Smorgas of Borg, I think. He needs a strange new moves on this. Looks great. Yes, it does. This is not her ship. This is just what I put her in to AFK and patrols. You have a Romulan of the same name. Yeah, this is a name I haven't chosen myself. I just clicked the random button so many times. Let's check out this one first. I don't think this one is ready just yet. I think it needs a lot of work, so I'm just gonna check and see. And of course we need to choose a ship for her. And it's not gonna be one of the other ships I'm flying, so yeah. Let's just take a look where she's at. And she's in Aries Fleet, okay. Endeavors I don't really need to worry about too much. Tarantula, I don't have a Tarantula, unfortunately. I only have one from a lockbox, and that's not account-wide. But where are we? We are at a terrible place with this one. I don't think we are, no reps, so yeah. Yikes. Oof. I have done something here, but this needs a lot of work. Some marks from the Miranda. Could be. Or the Clark. Let's go check the shipyard to see what we can use. This is a tactical, and I'm thinking... yeah. Look at this. It's not even a build. It's not even a build on here. There's nothing. Just garbage that I used to level up. Okay, let's see what we can pick up. Do we have any starship traits? Just the legendary scimitar for Temer. The Temer is actually a good option here.
Of the Federation and her allies.
And hello, Victoria. To many people that is a build. Yeah, to me this is just something I slapped together to level up. Interesting with Borg tech on it, yeah. But the Tamir is a really good ship, though.
Nice.
And yeah, nice. And I do like the Tamir, but I'm not gonna make a torpedo build. I think it has to be cannons again, or maybe beams. We'll see. And that's not in there. That's here. A simulated sovereign. Yeah. Could just pick the legendary sovereign. I also would like to try the Tamir. Choices. Cannon Schedule Torp hybrid. Yeah. That's a thing. Ooh. Let's see what we can get from here. We have the Somerville. I never used the Somerville yet. Jarrock is also an option, actually. It's a ship I haven't flown that much. I don't like the Fikiri ships for a Federation character. The Temer, no. The server mill is fun, yeah, but I think I would put a more developed character into that ship at a different time. Double XP event for Vermintide 2. DBB build on a 5.3, so you have an excuse to use the KCB. Yeah, that's... Lachi and Breen. Yeah, I see the Breen ships, but they're so-so. Something fed with Borg tech on it, yeah. I think so too, but I think for now we're gonna put her into the Temer. And where is it? Have I already claimed it? There. Oh, I already have it here. I think I picked it up to get some consoles of it. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Seminole. It's already X'd up as well. Let's use that. Weapons. We don't have any weapons on this character, but I do have a bank character that has an assortment of weapons that we can look into. I don't think they were in the account bank just yet, so we just have to hop over and find them. Yep. So let's do that. Let's see what the bank character has for us in the cannons department. Because I'm not going to buy new weapons, I think. I think that's going to be wasteful. Where is he? Bank manager. There is. Not very fat. Yeah, I know, but it's a good ship. I know. Let's see what he has. That's not his bank. That's his bank. We have disruptor cannons with some turrets. Maybe I should just use those. Or we also have Delphic cannons and a herald, but no turrets for that. Oh, the old anti-proton dual beam banks. They're still here from the days of old. And even these guys with the Critian pen. So old meta. Rainbow. I already have a rainbow on my Packlet, doing surgical strikes in a rainbow build. The Eclipse. Yeah, could be. We could actually go with the disruptor cannons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Not that many weapons left. I have too many characters. Yeah, let's go disruptor cannons. Sensor link disruptor dual heavy cannons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 of those. Thank you. The wolf's in the house. Hello, Wolfbuck. Welcome. Just starting to grind a bit. And thank you for the follow. Let's put those in the account bank. Disruptor is green, so it's a bit Borgified. Absolutely. And maybe... Oh, I have the Aegis set. That's terrible. I'm just gonna use the other set until I can get some good stuff. Let's get back to her. I will use the assimilated set only for visuals. Be grinding after you eat. Just get out of bed. Yeah, I just got out of the couch myself. Had a nap after dinner. Let's get those weapons. 1, 2, 3, 5. What's this? Hurricane wave device. Okay. Put them on. I'm also gonna need. I always use 1 torpedo. You have the Barbie Tamir in your Discord. Nice. In my Discord. After weapons, we only have 1. Okay, that's nice. Experimental. Oh, I need a racing Corvette. I need a Corvette. I don't have any consoles of any usefulness. This is gonna be terrible. Do we have any money? Oh, let's just get some. Let's see this in the bank. No, it's not in the bank. We do have some kit modules that I can use. Good. Let's go to the cat has all the money, so send those into the account bank. Yeah, the Temer is a nice ship, and it's one of the few ships that actually looks good in the Bajoran shield. This is a nice ship. Your condolences, yeah. Let's just dock. Oh, there's a jellyfish. One more jellyfish. People still flying those. Oh well. I don't really like that ship. It's fun for leveling up, but that's it. Just jump down to the bank and toss in our money into the pool of goodness. Yep. Deposit it all. It's not that much. Do I have any bill that I can transfer? Not much. Any upgrades? No. Anything else we can transfer over? Ooh. Erosion. Put it in there. And nothing there. Okay. I don't think I need a deal just yet. It's a lot of swapping back and forth when you're doing things like this. Jelly is good for AFK and TFOs when you don't disadvantage your team. Yeah, exactly. I almost AFK'd patrols on this character in the Jellyfish for a weekend. Leveled her up from nothing to 65. Get the money. You can just buy some duty officers. We have a hive mind. I can take that. And yeah. What else do we want? We need some ground repulsive burst. Now let's get the polar run bombardment. Assimilate, that's good. Collective well. A covert drone, maybe. Maybe a anti-proton rifle. Yeah. And those guys. What did I take? I don't need that. Thank you. Because I need to buy some. Did I pick up the money? Yes. Just need to buy some placeholder tactical consoles. Assimilated plasma is a good thing, but I'm not willing to spend much on weapons. I need just to spend a little bit onto getting some induction coils. For the disruptors. Mark 12 will do. Trying to find some very rares. Unless they're too expensive, because I need 6. Get a baby fed Borg. Kind of a Lego Captain bundle for it though. No. It's a thing. It's... Oh, here we are. These... Oh, 2.8 million? Really? Wow, yikes. They're actually expensive. Less than 1 million I can do. 1, 2. I'm gonna make it back with the grind. 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, and 6. I think it's 6. I hope it's 6. It is. That's gonna do me nicely. Eagle Moss Terran ships. Oh, nice, yeah. That's nice. That is nice. I only have the Vesta from Eagle Moss. But I'm happy I got it before it was too late. So there's that. we have some of those. You have a full set of assimilated plasma beams. Yeah, I have that too on my liberated Borg Romulan, who's flying the liberated Borg Juggernaut. So I have those there, so I don't need them here. I'm gonna use these disruptors. And we need a placeholder torpedo for now. We need some other consoles. So let's see what we can get. Building character. Yeah, something. Dual beam banks. SBA. Anomaly. SBA. Beam arrays. Let's see. Do we have not much? Interwebs being garbage? Oh, really? Let's check the reclaim tab for the Bajoran. That's a console I always use. Fart gas. And thank you for the shout out, Aries. Any other consoles that I want to pick up? The I like to use the good old where is it? The Krenim console. Those two. Open those packs. That's the Krenim, and that's Bozeman console. Bozeman? I don't have the Bozeman. But I will be using the Domino and Timeline Stabilizer. I like those. Legendary Bug Ship and Jarrock. Jarrock console? Really? What does the Jarrock console do? Where is it? Let's reboot PC. Yeah, maybe that helps. Jarrock console. Nice bit of critique. Ah, okay. Where did he go? Where did he go? Where did he go? What is it? I just opened it, didn't I? Yeah. Or didn't I? Oh, instance change, yeah, that's the thing. The features of the game. No, app transfer failed. Okay, let's try this again. Too many people online. I can't. Every instance is full. Let's just beam up and down again. I don't know what happened there. It's a bit sluggish today. Let's see. Jarrock console. Is it this one? Suspension burst. I think it is. Yeah. Critical chance. What else could we put in here that I already have? What's this? No. You did say bug ship console. Let's see. Batch 820L Sierra. Yeah, those Gemini ships names are really good. And hello there, Freakboy Gaming. Welcome. Game. Well, I need to dock anyways because there's so many abilities I need to claim. Dock. Sitting on the dock. Start exam commands.
I'm immortal again! Omnipotent again!
That's Star Trek. I have so many.
You really don't know when to quit, do you?
Exactly.
Come in. Are you there? Are you all right?
Citizens of the Federation and her allies.
Carlin here. Come in.
Warp core engines? Okay. Hello Solak and Chaos Coastland. Well, Chaos Coastland. Welcome. We are building characters today. That's the theme. I'm just on my newest level 65, trying to find a place for her in the possibly the Tamir Raider. Stop following. What's this console do? Building characters, build character, yeah. Critical chance and critical severity. Oh yeah, let's use that. The mini defense screen. That leaves one spot open. Oof. I also need a torpedo. Placeholder torpedo, and I think I'm just gonna go with the event torpedo from old. Yeah. Good old photon torpedo, prolonged. The Viagra torpedo, as a friend calls it. Because I think it has a nice firing arc of 180 instead of 90 as other torpedoes do. 2-piece prolonged help buff cooldown. Oh yeah, it does actually. And this character can use all the buff cooldown it needs, because then I use the dynamo and the torpedo. Seems like a good... Oh, 7.5% recharge time. Nice. But of course this is going to be replaced over time. I'm going to use default batteries and a little bit of Kobayashi and this. This could work. Traits we also need to grind out in a bit, but yeah. 12th anniversary? No, I don't. Voice of the Prophets experimental. Yes, good call. That's actually quite a useful one. And also unequip it because it needs to be upgraded. Where did it go? There. Free upgrades from Mark Infinity to Mark 12. At least. It's something. Wondering why you have this squint and hurt your eyes. The stream was streaming in 480. Oh wow. Well, hopefully you got that fixed. Let's also... Yeah. We need stations. Cannon rapid fire? No. We need to learn things here. Oof. Command, I don't think... Well, let's see. Lita, Colas, Roiv, Elisa. We can have a torp spread, we can have a scatter volley 3, we can have a beta and a tag team. Concentrate firepower 3. Yeah, we could do that. Or call artillery. I rather prefer call artillery. Actually, since I'm not doing a torpedo build, I don't like to use that firepower. I don't know, it's just a thing of mine. Universal Endeavor, what the hell is that? Gravity kills, I think I'll skip that. maybe, we'll see. It's not high on my list to do endeavors since this happened. I occasionally do them, but it's not a high priority for me. I'm done with endeavors, basically. For now, at least. Schedule level 3. Oh, that was cheap. How much is it for a chemosat these days? Too much. 6.9 million. Oof, no, I just got tactical team. There's no chance I'm gonna... Elisa Flores. Skills. Promote. She needs to learn things. There we go. And there we go. I'm gonna put that as our default skill, and we need a beta 2 and a tactical team then. Yeah. That's the first order. And also I don't think everyone tried to make a buck on the exchange. Yes, absolutely. I don't think I'm gonna buy any expensive traits for this one. I'm just gonna use what I have and what the game gives me. If there is anything I have lying around, I'll use it, but I'm not gonna pick up any expensive traits for this. I have the ability to get Withering Barrage, of course, so that's something I'm gonna need. But today I'm just gonna set up the ship to be ready to go, and also the ground build. I'm not gonna start grinding on this one today because it needs a lot, so that's gonna be something I might do off stream, actually. Let's see. Elisa, where are you? Oh, beta 2 as well. Thank you. I like to do one officer at a time. Beta 1, I mean. Elisa. Your skills are gonna be this. And this. That is very much a, I would say, standard setup for a cannon tactical commander station. Perhaps should have had chemosite there instead of a tactical team, but yeah, it's too expensive at the moment. 2 engineers, so we can go. There is no tempt me to torp build. I have several torp builds already. I have run torp builds for many years, so I know a lot about them, more than him. This guy, we're gonna go ox to bat on this one. So that's good. That's ox to bat. So we need 2 ox to bat. We need one whatchamacallit, call emergency artillery. Coils, why are you doing that? I don't need more than 1 tactical station either, so let's just put in a grandma. Yeah, so we can have a yep, I have an idea. Engineer space, 2 of those, thank you. Only 1 torpedo build. I'm not happy how it turned out. Gonna redo it. Yeah, my torpedo builds are copies of the torpedo master himself, Augie. So adapted for what I have, of course. So they're good. They're really good. Actually, I have 4 characters that do torpedo builds. So I don't think I need more. That's going to be that. That's going to be emergency power to weapons 3. And Zarva, what you're going to learn. This, of course, you need to be promoted. They're all cadets. Learn the thing. And she can learn. I have an intel manual. This ship does not require intel, but command. Okay. And I don't need emergency power to shield, so I'd like to then instead use engineering team. It's okay. Of these 4 things, I think engineering team is good enough. Yeah. Zarva. There we go. And she needs command, and we need then emergency power 2. And weapons 3, and here we need a acid emitters and science team. That's what I usually use on standard builds, as I call them. Science team 1 and hazard emitters 2. Anything else we could put in on the second? Tractor beam repulsors? Nah. Let's just stay with the tractor beam. Maybe we can get the legendary D-Dex trait. Stucio, who are you? That's you. She is a alien, or he, or it. Looking good. I don't care too much about their traits. I'm not min-maxing on this, I'm just gonna make a functioning setup. There we go. And I think this could work. Just get the final 2 pieces put in there. Which we get from the exchange. Ah, come on, stop that. And that will be emergency powered weapons. Three. They're usually quite varying in prices, but usually don't get them below 300. But 280, that's nice. Then we need a command specialization manual, so let's go to command and type in qual to get that one. And then we can let Koruk. Oh, she's a Klingon female. I have a Klingon on my crew. Nice. And she is promoted, good. So she can learn this as a default skill. That means we just need to teach Sarva how to do command. Then she can have call emergency artillery as a default power, so we can just use that. Put it in. And also the engineering team. So this is a setup able to work just fine. Of course, I'm not sure I have any technicians for Ox to Bat cooldown. But hey. Nobody is active in space. 1. Hey! Put him in. Let's see how expensive the technicians are these days. When you teach above command, you should have to order another bridge officer to the death. Well. It's a bit harsh, isn't it? Let's see what Ox to Bat guys goes for these days. Start with the purples. And only usable items, so we don't get any KDF. 9. That's not even what I need. 14 million. Yeah, nope, that's not happening. Let's try the rare. If Diana had to, so should we. Let's just get some blue ones. They're a bit more expensive. But I can live at that cost. I'm not a cheapskate. Get 3 of those. They're not going to be as efficient, but they're going to do good enough. There we go. Do we have anything else for space that we can use? We have... Oh, this needs to go to ground. This elder. Because he works both ways. He goes both ways. So they say. Space, increased damage versus all. You put him on your ground roster and it does help you get 10% all damage both on space and in ground. Yeah, that's words. Added part, new. Agent Nero gives me full restoration when firing attack pattern beta. Okay, yeah. I also need the con officer from a Phoenix, so I'm gonna do a very special thing that some people will hate me for, but I do have an epic Phoenix and I don't need it for anything. I'm gonna break it up. Yeah, I am. There's nothing in here that I need. And he should be here. The emergency con hologram costs me 1, very rare. Chat window transparent. Oh, that's a setting. Chat setting. I can't remember though, but chat settings. Nope, it's not there. Let's see. It's somewhere in here. You can set the timer for it and everything. I can't remember now. Chat tab. Ah, there we go. Thank you. Here it is. Inactive window opacity. Active window opacity. Time until text fades out. That kind of thing. Yeah. So if I do this, it should stay there. So yeah. Now it just fades out after 5 seconds. This is kind of a nice thing. You don't have to have it there all the time. I'm gonna put those phoenixes back because I don't plan on using them, but I just wanted the person for my roster. There he goes. It's a basic setup. For ground, just gonna security team, yeah, that's good. Temporal agent, yeah, bonus expertise. That's all I have that's useful. And then we're gonna put in some thingies and majiggies. There's one. I don't even have a kit. Wow. Wow. And there's no kits available. Oh, that has to be sorted out. But first, let's check on this. I'll check on this ship. We have set up the stations. We have no good traits yet. That's gonna happen. Beam up. Take a look. Set up the trait and just take it for a spin. See how it performs without any good traits. Dang it! Something fell down.
Sorry, I mean get the captain to the biobank.
Yeah. Let's see. Trait. I want weapons. It was kind of loud. There and engines. Need to just rearrange a few things on my desk here. Something fell down. There we go. Clear out the tray. I wish there was a single click button that would clear out the tray. But this is boring. And also, do I even have the... Yes, I have the keybind. Good. And a console has snuck in here. The anti-matter spray, that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. The Oberth console. They look a bit similar. But I think this is gonna work just fine. Oh yeah, I have Jempok's favorite ability as well, since I have the 4-piece here of the revolutionary space set. So, the top 2 bars here are my spam bars, so that's where I'm gonna put everything that's gonna go on the space bar. And now this won't drag. There we go. Spacebar Slapper Deluxe. Battery capacitor. Yeah, just put it in about there. Bacon. Brace for impact. I usually never use it, but it could be there. Emergency artillery. Kobayashi Maru freighter. Scatter volley. Domino. That goes there. Oh, another thing I could pick up at a later time when I have some dilithium here is the M6, but I'm not sure I need it since I have the domino. Not sure. 2 engines, 2 weapons. Engineering team. We have the Oberth. Evasive. Fire on the mark. Fleet support. Focus frenzy. So you can see I'm using a tactical focused skill tree. That's a heal. Let's put it on. Resupply. The prolonged dynamo thingy removes all stacks. Good. Oh, it gives some power levels when I click it. Okay. When it has charged up. Okay, charged up. Suspension burst. Hangar bay cooldown. Okay, but I'm not using it for that. I'm using it for the crit. Tactical initiative, tactical team, temporal negotiator, timeline stabilizer, threatening stance. I think I'll skip. Maybe it's useful for patrols, actually, so let's put it in. And attractor beam, assessment sweep, and mycelium emitter, and weapons battery. So this is what we're working with. Space traits. Let's see. Beam training goes out, cannon training goes in. Innocuous goes in, gives a little bit of crit severity. Thrill Seeker can go in, I think, yeah. This is Picard, make it so. Captain abilities grant 1.5% healing and damage for 30 seconds per rank of each breach of his ability affecting the ship. Continuing mission. Bonuses to team when your ship is affected by command or fleet ability. Okay. The best diplomat is fire at will and beam overload. We don't have anything. We have REA and a tractor beam. That's going to be interesting. Rapid emitting armaments. She's a predator. Attack patterns grant ambush heal. When activating attack pattern, bridge officer abilities get hit points, bonus damage. Reduces cooldown of cloak, but I have a battle cloak. Well, we can try it. I don't have room for it, so what can we take out? Transcranial sensor link. Yeah, let's try the predator. And this is Overpowered and overgun. Yeah, that's useful. Save the loadout to something. Loadout 1. And it's time to give it a spin. I think a patrol is where it's gonna go. I'm not confident enough to go into TFOs in this just yet. I do like this ship. Even has the Alliance kind of look to it with the... kind of looks like they already have the Alliance shield on it. Let's try the good old Argala. Oops. Yeah, the game is a bit slow today. It takes a bit of time to load in maps. Fascinating. Wow. Really slow today. Ah, here we are. Beautiful. Norway class tomorrow? Oh yeah, I'm gonna get that. I have to. I'm from Norway. There's no way I can skip it. Sorry. Let's see what we can do here. Works like a charm so far.
You have entered an area.
Oh, shut up, you.
Now looks like our fight got them to notice.
Put a cloak on.
Let's go over and ask.
And decloak and fire things. Ah, decloak. Yoo! It's an enhanced battle cloak. The bundle doesn't look interesting? No, it doesn't. I'm considering getting a... actually just getting the fleet ship myself. I haven't decided. Valdres is a fine looking ship. And that's how we pronounce it. Valdres. We can pick up the loot.
You will stand down and surrender to the Benton Guard. Sensors are picking up small habitations in some of the assets.
Come on, let's go.
Possibly consistent with bolt holes, temporary hideout.
Who needs locators? I do. We have Defiance coming to the rescue.
Where we want. Picked up a tight beam transmission
Nice.
on a new frequency. We're jamming that spectrum of their
The Seneca looks interesting, but yeah, the stats are meh. And the bundle price, yeah, it's a bit inflated because you get the they always put them in bundles now instead of just selling them like 2 ships. So I'm not gonna get the bundle. Absolutely not. But I will get the Norway class. In one way or another. Maybe just get the fleet ship. Or get the ship itself. Rapid emitting armaments. Dangerous.
Captain, excellent work. We'll send over a
I think we're onto something here. This, when we get some traits in the belly, is it gonna be okay? Get like,
Thank you for your assistance, and welcome to this sector.
if it unlocked Terran skins, we'll be all over it. Yeah, I'm not too fussed about Terran skins actually, but that's just me. I need, there's 2 traits I want. That's Withering Barrage and Emergency Weapon Cycle.
The Kazon have. We have the.
And we got a little bit of level up on the ship. Emergency Weapon Cycle because it's good, and Withering Barrage because cannons. I think I'll just claim those ships and have them ready. And that's the ships. We have the Arbiter, which is one of them that has the emergency weapon cycle. Equator. Equateur. It's a bit more posh, Equator. And then we have the whatchamacallit? You like Terran ships because they're like Fed ships, but with more guns bolted on. Yeah, I can see that. I can see the charm in that. Like to be more discreet with my the Morriger is basically the same, isn't it? That's the same trait. Yeah, emergency weapon cycle. I've forgotten where the Withering Barrage is. But I don't think I can claim it because I don't have enough ship slots. Isn't it Defiant? Maybe? Where the hell is my Withering Barrage? This one has it. Let's claim that. A warbird. Bird of prey. Why not? For honor. For honor. So, save this. Again, this is the loadout we're working with. I'm kind of tempted to just get those traits just now, just to get them. So we're done with that. I'm gonna do that. So we have them, and this character is ready for space combat at least. Bird of prey. Oh, auto-equip the items, that's cute. This. Quantum warhead module, okay. But no. And the voice of the prophets, and another turret in the back. Yeah. The stations are defaulted back to this. I'm just gonna do that. We don't even have a cannon firing mode. Let's put Elisa Flores in there. That's gonna fix it. That's gonna fix it. It's... yeah, that's... took care of things. Boarding party, yay. And another round of this. Yeah, quick. Just slap it in there. Not gonna worry too much about it. And a lurk behind the warp core. Be careful, it's hot back there. Just gonna put everything on the slapping the bar. This is not gonna be a useful build, it's just gonna be a grinding for the trait build. And it's gonna be a 9th rule. And it might not be as efficient as my usual trade grind, so I might need a secondary patrol after it. We'll see, we'll see. Oh yeah, we have the warhead module. Nice. The mycelium emitter. And there. Good to go. Just save that thing. And go to war. Yeah, the 9th rule. Feels so wrong to fly Bird of Prey as a Federation character, but we have stolen it. We shall land it in San Francisco and pick up some whales.
Lead the way. Sure God will follow. Reading a single Ferengi vessel, Marauder class. They've decloaked.
Leave enough of their ship for salvage. I'll be under cloak.
And now the Noski.
Oh no, it's Nostrils. JB.
This might even be interesting.
Grab the garbage.
Well, there's the
Ah. Let's go.
we
Deals change. Those souls will be ours.
Treacherous.
I don't think they have enough Garamba.
First by the minute.
betrayed by the Nazi. Glad to know that was coming, Madrid.
Ha. Haha. Margins Majesty is being hauled away as garbage.
The last episode of Captain Proton.
In the last episode of Captain Proton, I'll rather send you to jail. Get a cloak on and get into position.
You're in my way. Get lost or die.
And do the mycelial burst. Doesn't really do much unless you target it correctly. Some heals running. Come on. This is a bit cheesy, but I think pull it off. Ouch. They're trying to kill me.
They're down to a few ships. Keep up
Okay. Keep up the pressure. Keep up the pressure. Don't die on me. Run away. Best tactic. Gonna be so much better when you have the crate. The cannons will fire a lot more. Go get some Omega marks and grab the garbage for salvage. And take a sip of the cold coffee. Yeah. Now I'm interested to see how much we leveled up, because that didn't feel enough. I think we need one more patrol for this. Let's see.
Well fought, Modrons.
Did level up some, but I don't think it was enough. Yeah, need a little bit more, so what's a nice short patrol? Sentinels, that's the Enlargy and the satellites. Yeah, let's do that. It's basically 5 groups of Enlargy. And if you're in a full team in this patrol, you will get an Enlarged Dreadnought at the end. It's kind of interesting. Oh, the time it takes to load up.
We're in luck. We made it here before Jaula.
We made it before Jaula. Who's Jaula? I haven't played the story missions yet, so I don't know who that is.
Alachi fleet dropping out of warp. They're arming weapons.
Deploy and move.
Okay, let's have a look. Heads up! An Alachi fleet just dropped out of warp.
No, they do sport jumps. Uh-huh.
Let's get satellite down.
I forgot about that.
I was afraid of this. More Alachi.
More Enlargy. There's Enlargy's on the starboard bow. Right there. Go away, you.
All right, we have one satellite left to deploy. Let's get to work.
Let's get to work.
They're hitting satellite Alpha again.
Back to Alpha. Ouch. Really trying to do me in here.
Another Alachi fleet going after Satellite Delta.
Use the cloak and decloak tactic. That did a thing. Nice.
Getting readings from satellite camera. Looks like an Alachi
And
flagship.
finally the flagship. One more. Come on. Oh. Borg for breach, of course. Well, we got it. At least we got it.
Getting lots of good data via watch.
That was enough. I just saw the message fly over the screen at the bottom. Now we have Withering Barrage. Now we just need emergency weapon cycle, and this character needs a little brush up on the ground build, and then we're good to go. So let's get the Arbiter. That was this one. Yep. Just get my torpedo, or is it the prolonged? Didn't I upgrade that? There we go. And disruptors and Auberge stations. This one does not have cannon fire modes. Dang it. I have to use this guy instead. That's rapid fire 1. This is gonna be terrible, but okay. But okay. Ah, it's just for the trait. Just need a few patrols. Put everything in there and something in there. Brace for impact. Rapid fire, yeah, that's gonna go really well. Oh dear. It's gonna look good though, because rapid fire does look really good. Go down fighting, hazard emitters. Maybe I should resupply. Prolonged dynamo. Oh, that's already in there. Science team, put a win. Shield batteries, tactical fleet. Lazy man's build. And a high yield. High yield and rapid fire. What could possibly go wrong? Everything, I say. Let's do a patrol here again. Let's use the Trouble of a Tear. I like that one. Where is it? This is gonna be terrible. Okay, let's do this. can use high build is hard. Yeah, it is. It's really hard to get the right balance. I do have one on my Saturn, the toilet ring, but it's a tricky beast to tackle.
This has been a disturbing.
But when it works really good. Weapons, thank you. And rest actually into shields because I don't need to move that much.
Watch out! The Lachia are coming out the rift.
The Lachia coming out the rift. I'm just gonna sit at a safe distance, I think.
Target those Lachia and fire.
Something behind me. Bye bye. And close the rift and don't close it.
Looks like we made it here, Jeff.
And we have incoming.
Closing. The Lachia warships on intercept. They're coming from the rift.
I'm gonna back off a bit. Jump around, that's a bit tricky. A Lachia high yield torpedo. I wonder what that is.
Reading more Lachia ships on approach. Get ready to fight.
Yeah? Hail me, please.
Do not fire.
Hostile Lachia fleet on sensors. Here they come.
Can we do this? I think we can. Oh yeah. We're making a mycelial rift to combat the mycelial rift. Makes sense. Makes total sense. Yep, there's something behind us. I don't want to be that close because I'm planning to make it explode. Use the mycelial rift to destroy the mycelial rift. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. A pro tip, do not use cannon rapid fire 2 on a ship like this. It's terrible. Absolute garbage. And I'm gonna... Yeah, this happens. Oh, yeah. I think I need a few patrols for this.
Diverting power to defense system. Request covering fire in our position. Diverting power to defense system. Request covering fire in our position.
You would think a liberated Borg would know more about combat than this.
The liberator.
But no, it's terrible.
Now.
Some Lachia vessels are missing. They must be dealt with.
I don't think you're gonna get much out of this. Jarok is using tracked beam mines? Really? Are you? Yes, she is. Tractor mines on the scimitar. That's interesting choice.
Well,
Thank you. And get the Omega marks and go get out of this place. And forget it ever happened. Let's see how little that did. Yeah. Well, halfway. In theory, we should be good with one more patrol. If we get a good one. It's available. The rescue and search. And I do have engineering team. But it do not have much AoE damage, so it's gonna be a bit cheesy.
Thank you for coming to our aid.
Get something into the engines. Vertebrate. That one. One more. Oh yeah. Oh, there's one. I missed. Come on, Marky, talk to me.
We did it.
That rift's unstable. We need
It
to
is.
hurry or those ships won't make it.
The rift is unstable.
Vessels are warping into your position.
Swing around. Get those taken care of. And another mushroom cloud to close.
Thank you. Truly
The wood. Repair it.
Our systems are coming back online nicely. My thanks to
And that was default female
That's one less
voice
rift
actor.
Let's regroup the market.
Bad news, I'm afraid.
Maybe we should try to go on the back side. Yeah, not the best choice. Do I even have any spec points? I didn't check. I'm not sure I have any specializations on the captain. Need to check that. Let's just do this. What? Torpedoes. Surgical strikes they're using. That's news to me. They're using Intel. Ah, yeah, of course, Intel. They're using Intel. Viral impulse burst is Intel. I did not know they used surgical strikes though. God, this is so slow. I'm not even firing. Praise up there. Engineering team, throw in against the viral impulse burst. crickets. Swing around. Come again. Let's try the mycelial rift again, because it didn't fire off them last time.
Let's deal with the stragglers.
Ah, finally. This slog is about to end. I just thought of the perfect ship for my Ferengi, actually. That is not the Eisenberg. Maybe use the Chimera. Could be a thing. I'm gonna look at my Ferengi after this. Hopefully this will defeat the remaining Klingons. There are no remaining Klingons. Oh, there's one. Far away up there. Hello. I'm trying to escape. Trying to run away. There we are. This is the way. Finally. Okay, get out of red alert. Come on.
I think that was the last indeed.
I don't think there was enough. Wow. Let's see. Nope, we need more. Ah, dang it. And if this is not enough, I'm just gonna get it done later. Because it's getting a bit stale with all these patrols. Yeah, exactly. Grinding on traits gets old quickly. Which is why I have been putting it off for so long for this character.
You have entered an area controlled by the Benson. You are
But,
now looks like our fight got them to notice us. Let's go over and ask if they're.
I wish sometimes that you could just buy out traits for ships you already have. Pay the lithium fee.
Keep concentrating
If you
fire
already
on
own the ship,
individual
pay a
ships.
lithium fee to get the
Separate
trait.
them.
I would
Whittle
love
down
that.
their numbers.
I would do that. Easy.
We will not go quietly.
The ship moves like a slug because of the setup I'm using.
You will stand down and surrender to the Benson Guard. Sensors are picking up small habitations in some of the asteroids, possibly consistent with mold holes, temporary hideouts.
We do what we want, where we want.
At least we're making a bit of progress here. leveling up. Getting spec points. Nice.
Picked up a tight beam transmission on a new frequency. We're jamming that spectrum of their comms now, but it was probably a call for assistance.
I'm taking you with me.
The flagship. The Mage flagship. Mage Kula. Or however it's pronounced. There's a gun. Gem box enforces. Extra things to kill.
Captain, excellent work.
Okay, if this didn't do it, I'm gonna switch character. Okay, let's go.
We have the suspect.
It might have. It actually might have. So we can go back to the Temer, hopefully. Yep, we have the trait. Good. Let's switch back to the Tamir, and you don't need to save it even. Hi, you come from Liberia now. Hello, welcome, and thank you for the follow. Just grinding out some traits at the moment on a relatively new character that I've been playing for 12 years, so I've done this before. And welcome. The loadout is there, so let's swap it in and get those traits in. Hi-ho! This needs to go away and put in Withering Barrage. Yay! And take out Continuing Mission and put in Emergency Weapon Cycle, and we are good on the space part of this character, for now at least. Good day, Captain. Good evening, I should say. This is 10 minutes past, what do you call it? 8:30? 8:40 in the evening. 10 minutes past 8:40. No, it's 10 minutes past 8:30. So it's 8:40 in the evening. Language. Yeah, this is a working setup for now. So we have that done. Let's see what we have in Captain skills spec points. Intel, we have 16 of them to distribute. Let's get them. Nice. I forgot about those. That will also give me, maybe it will get me down to the flanking. Just about. Yeah, it will. Yeah, I have so many characters, I've decided to spend a lot of the time streaming, just making sure all my characters have working builds. And this is the one that needed the most work, I think. So we've been spending the most time on this, but we're soon gonna switch character. Gonna play on one of my cats. Yeah, that's all I had. So Intel Fleet will come later. But now we have flanking as well. I'm in the timeless space. Yeah, we're all in timeless space. Time zones does not exist. Time zones are a thing though, but yeah. This ship is beautiful. I like it. And now it has a working build, so we can move on, and we have a lot of garbage to salvage as well. There we go. And we can get this guy. Some persons joining the ship. Ground trait in. There we go. And I think that's all we need to do here as of today. We need to put the money back into the account bank, of course, because you might need them at a different character. Hello, Aries. Welcome. Hope you have a good evening.
Heretics.
I have started a big grind going over all my characters, so that's gonna continue all the way till the end of the year, I think, because I have so many. I'm just gonna put some stuff back into the account bank and we're gonna switch character. Lurk champ 1.42 hours. Indeed. Well, it's not 1.42, it's 1 hour, 42 minutes. I would say. Account bank, deposit all and take back 1 million because we need it for repping. Gonna set up some reps before we switch. Get that started. Buyout to tier 5. New 3000 X. Teaching. We haven't started. Busy. I know how it is. I know how it is to be busy. Get these started and then we can switch character. There we go. And there we go. Doing a work in a temporal recruit? Yeah, that's also a thing. If you haven't completed them, I highly encourage you to complete your recruits. Because that's why I have so many reputation marks on this one. They're all from the recruit reclaim. I haven't done that many TFOs yet on this one. Actually, none. Just patrols. And also, let's see if the fleet needs anything. I can't give away my duty officers, but hey. I like 4 recruits, nothing done. I have all recruits, everything done. Colony world. No, it's... Oh, the colony world is finally finalizing. Yay, Aries, good. But there's nowhere for me to dump my fleet marks. I have quite a few of them. Okay, I can fix that later. Yeah, this is her real name. Esmeralda Figenssons Myskmerulla, which is known as Smörgås of Borg. Swedish. Oh yeah, she wanted a kit. Let me just find a cheap kit on the exchange. Or no, I have a better idea. Let's get the good kit from the summer store. You have a colony project. Ah, nice. Yeah, gets rid of some of it. Let me get the Rising kit, because that's a good one. From the summer event. Scroll. Rising kit. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. Research. I cannot contribute expertise because I'm working on reps. I can get rid of those guys. Nice. And I have some more for later. That's the one, and also we don't want to upgrade this yet. I just want to get kit performance in here before I start upgrading it, because that's what you're supposed to do with this. So I just have to continue that next time on this character. Starbase get 50%, that's okay. I am... The only thing I need here is locators and the colony deflector eventually, so I can just put it in there. Just fill it up. I also have some deal vouchers I can use later, so that's good. It is time for her to take a break, and it's time for me to take a short bio break, and when I get back we will be on a new character. I will be back in a few seconds. And we are back. It's time to take a look at one that is actually more or less completed. But just to make sure that he has everything, he's gonna do... Oh, yeah, let's see. Let's see what this guy is all about. It's a cat. Spot the cat. He has an active EV suit. Let's take it off. We are. Nope. That's the thing. Where is it? There we go. There he is. A handsome cat. It's a good cat. And as you can see, he has spots. What just happened there? There we go. Something off. And on this one I am flying the Fleet Caitian Shikaris Escort. It's a very old ship, but it's more for the theme. Since it's a cat, you're gonna fly the cat escort using the covert dual phaser cannons, dark matter quantum, colony deflector, all the good stuff, prevailing impulse engines, spire warp core and the tele shield, and some turrets in the back, and the soliton wave impeller from the Rising Corvette. Lurkus custom fire controls, we have some domino, swarm processor, M6 computer, binaural infusion, a simulated module, and approaching agony, and locators. This is doing scatter volley, and I think actually gonna change around some things here. We will see. Override subsystem safeties. We have Intel Team 2 for a little bit of an extra cloak, semi-cloak. And we are using Boimler, so we can get away with just having a photonic officer for cooldowns. Emergency powered weapons. We have emergency powered engines. A little bit of science team. And also a tactical team. because I'm using a trait that's called Fresh from R&R. The team bridge officer abilities cooldowns are 5 seconds faster. So basically I think I could actually get a tactical team, Intel Team 1 in here as well. So we could be almost under constant cloak. Which works with the covert phasers. With its covert ops. Well, let's just see if we can slot it in there. Intel space. Oh, we need the monies. We don't have the monies here. We need to dip into the bank first. That's mail, so the bank is on the other side. Let's get the money. All of it, and put everything back when we eventually change again. So it's okay. Let's get a Intel Team 1 as well. You can spam those. Intel Team 1. There we go. It's gonna be fun. That means Tevrel can learn Intel Team 1 as well. Put it in there and put it in there. And for ground items we have Agony Field, Motion Accelerator, Ambush, so we're a bit covert on the ground as well. Deadly Intent, which primary attacks will reset the cooldown on secondary attacks after a short delay. And we have Motivation and Mud. It still works in a way, but it's not as overpowered as it used to be. The kit is just a kit. It has some crits and weapon power and kit performance. We are using the 3-piece Dyson Reputation ground sets just because. Variety. And also with that we have the Solanae Sentinel environmental suit, which is a lobby item you can get after you have played the Step Between Stars 3 times. You get the 3 different EV suits from there. You don't have to complete it, but you have to get the EV suits by doing different things in that mission. And then you can exchange those 3 suits and a bit of lobby for this. And it's a very cool looking EV suit. That's why I did it. It's not better than any of the other ones, but it just looks good. But it's still good. Let's go to a place where we can shoot. Let's find... maybe go to the Badlands. Yeah, let's go there. Shoot up some Terrans. And also just fix that Intel Team double in the spam. Take out that. Get the double Intel Team in there, so we are almost under constant cloak. Enter. Oh, I see another big. Beautiful ship. Oh, I see a big one. Here's Kushlan, hello. We have the normal traits otherwise, Withering Barrage and Emergency Weapon Cycle. Also using onboard Lithium Recrystallizer and the Strike from Shadows and the improved critical systems. This is a functioning, working build. Let's see where we need to go. Oh, the Terran ships are... they have taken a break. So let's just hang out here until they get back. Murder 1. I like your ship name, Chaos. Chaos. I'm currently using the 32nd Century Vanity Shield. I'm not sure I like it.
A new wave of mirror universe ships is coming through.
rather have
Their
the
operation
platinum.
shut down.
Yeah, that's better. Let's go. Do a few shoot-ups here. Terrans are coming down all 4 lanes. Nice. Nope, we got more.
Ancient metaphasic shields have dropped. Focus fire on the plasma control station.
This is not an optimal escort, as it is just a 4-3 setup with an experimental weapon. It gets the job done, but it's not going to break any records. What? Oh, nobody did the satellite here. That's why. But you are doing it, thank you.
The station's metaphasic shields have dropped. Focus fire on the plasma control station.
There's a KDF equivalent to this ship. It's basically the exact same thing, it just has a different name and a slightly different look. It's the Federation Escort. More or less the same ship, just looks slightly different.
The station's metaphasic shields have dropped. Focus fire on the plasma control station.
Even some approaching agony because the turrets love that.
Power from an auxiliary satellite. Shut it down to drop the metaphasic shield. The station's metaphasic
Alright.
shields have dropped. Focus fire on the plasma
Bang,
control
bang, bang. And we're good to go. On to the next one. Nice and easy. I prefer not to do those with the cyclone in the middle, just because it's very time consuming. I prefer other people do it. Let's find a different thing. That's already been taken care of, so let's go over there. Over there. I like the visuals on the ship, it's an interesting looking ship. Push up the shields. Come on. Disrupt the shields, I said. And hello, Drunken Heretic. Welcome.
Focus fire on the plasma control station.
Playing around on different characters, because I have so many.
Shut it down to drop the metaphasic shield.
Vanilla Ice dancing in Zubas. Thank you for that. Just taking care of some Terrans in the Badlands at the moment. And then I'm gonna go somewhere where I can do the ground. Something on ground as well. Maybe some TFOs. Is a thing to do on this character.
Station's metaphasic shields have dropped. Focus fire on the plasma control station.
Maybe just some random TFOs in a bit.
The station is drawing power from an auxiliary satellite. Shut it down to drop the metaphasic shields.
Ouch! That was a science vessel. Did a feedback on me. I didn't like that feedback. Not all feedback is good feedback.
Station's metaphasic shields have dropped. Focus fire on the plasma control station. The station is drawing power from an auxiliary satellite. Shut it down to drop the metaphasic shields.
Shut it down. This is actually a good place to get your temporal marks as well, if you need those. Oh, it's not the best, but it's a
Station's metaphasic
place where you don't have to do TFOs to get Terran marks and temporal marks. And if you complete the whole thing, you get those, as we call them, elite marks. Let's do one more point and then I'll go on to do some TFOs. At this thing. The cat scorch, that's it, it's called. Closing the portal generators. Oh yeah. Anyone else here? There is just the NPCs. Okay, for the praise.
One generator down. 2 more remain.
Covert phaser cannons and the dark magic quantum. I think it's just dual cannons even. It's very pew pew. Yes it is. I like it. And it fits the theme of being a bit stealthy using the covert cannons. They have a proc to lessen your threat. As if procs even mattered in this game anymore, but they have it.
2 generators offline. 1 to go.
Viridian plasma for the DUC build? Yeah. Viridian plasma also looks good. I put some Viridian plasma beams on my Viridian Juggy. Looking good. D7 Kopla. Nice ship name. That's a proper D7, it's not a Kelvin D7. I like both. And get those done. Final stage first.
Generators are offline, but enemy ships are crossing through to protect the rift. Stop them!
Kaboom!
Portal is closed. Excellent work.
Nice. Got some marks out of that. That little run, we got about 100 Terran and 100 temporal marks for doing basically just a few things here in the Badlands. Okay, let's go to the Ferra, my hangout place, and get ready for some TFOs. I am aware of the Universal Endeavor, which is gravity kills, so that might happen if I do randoms, but I'm in a small super ship, so I can do it. Just gonna jump over here. And if nobody wants to tag along, I can do it by myself. Magnificent beast, oh thank you. And hello Rob. Just flying around in the cat escort at the moment. It's not an optimal ship, but it's a fun ship. I'm gonna do randoms. If anybody would like to join for randoms, X up in the chat. If not, I'm just gonna do it by myself.
Very good, number 1.
Raj is right in there. And Allegiant does not matter because we do it in a private. Logging back in. Okay, yeah. All about the fields. Yep. I play for fun. I have done my DPS grind and I'm now just having fun. Now you had to restart. Okay. No worries. I'll just wait for you. No rush. #1 engineer, yes indeed. Yes indeed. I smoke weed every day. Well, not here because it's illegal, but if it's legal where you are, please go ahead. The title is long gone.
Very good, #1.
My Master Chief is ready. Let's find you. M.
Very good, #1.
We have you. Well, we have Freak Boy. And Raj. There you are. Anyone else? If not, we're gonna start it in a few. Randomize the whole thing. Seems like it's gonna be us, so let's do this. We have a pop. I like the platinum shields, but I don't like the black and gray checkerboard pattern it gives, like these things right here on the... These engines does an interesting maneuver when you fly. Spinning around. I think it's the Horizon version where these go back and forth instead of the spinning. A bit more suggestive maneuver. Oh, hello. Didex. Oh, it's you. Flight to the navigator? Yeah, okay, kind of. It's space, the final frontier, and all that jazz. Hive. Goody good. I like a good hive. Pump action warp. Yeah, exactly. Coverts. And oh, I have not fully re-engineered these guys. Still have the ACDM on them. Oh well, that one is... Nope, they're not fully re-engineered. But they're good enough. Let's do this.
With fire clarity, you will have strength of purpose. You will be
Oh, I see a projected anomaly. People are starting to use that again. Yeah. Can we see anything, please? They've added too much junk on the screen, I think. It's difficult to see what's going on. I think I need to play around with that keybind thing that takes away some visuals. There he goes. If you want to loot things quickly, Control Q is the shortcut for need. Pink lighting, yeah, exactly. Too much stuff going on.
I am eternal. This is not
Well,
The micro DMA. Micro dark matter anomaly.
Your efforts are futile.
Looks really unnatural, yeah.
This vessel.
But hey, it's science fiction.
Another.
It's science fiction, you know. So yeah, that's why. It's not proper science. I'm not gonna switch, I'm just gonna see what other ships I have set up. Oh, I do have the Phoresan. Okay, interesting. Should be an X ship. Yeah, the Adamant was what I was using on this one. And the Legendary Defiant I also did use at some point, but I decided, since this is a cat, he's gonna fly a cat ship. Oh, hello. Hello, Exodus. Star Trek isn't real? Well, it's as real as you want it to be. And this game is as canon as you want it to be. You can choose whether or not to believe what happens in the game. More and more, this game is
Very good, number one.
going towards its own timeline, I would say. And we can all blame the Arconian War, where we messed so much with the timeline. That's a headcanon. And we have a full group. Do we need anything in specific, or should we just go random? Because we have the opportunity to choose something specific, if anybody needs anything. Except gravity kills, because I don't do that deliberately. No preference. Star Trek does have some actual factual scientific knowledge in the solar system. Yeah, of course, it's not all made up, but it's mostly made up. There's some references to what happens in real life as well. Discovery A. Oh, yeah, it's the refit. Nice. No preferences, then let's just randomize it. Tholian ships and Borg ships in that order. Okay. The event, no rush, I haven't, because I don't need to. I spent my Twitch money to not do the event. I bought it out. So I can be a cat whenever I want to be a cat. Sometimes, you know, just have to reap the reward, sometimes just to skip the grind, if you can. And I could. Okay, we are waiting for the game to respond.
173467321 Charlie 32 789777 643 Tango 732 Victor 731178888 732 476789764376 lock.
Thank you, Nalsarian. You get the cat tomorrow and some silly console. Yeah, that's in console. I haven't even tried. Oh. Hello, Jack Wonder. Welcome. Nice. Counterpoint. Well, you know the drill. Close portals, transport, assault teams.
Face the wrath of we're taking too much damage.
Exactly. Face the wrath of taking too much damage. Let's see.
Alliance forces. The station is under. You haven't seen the last of me.
That should have some Terrans. Oh, still using the eddies. I can't see a thing. I'm disabled. They have disabled me. That's it. Yeah. Portals. Portals and portals. Ooh, Genesis. Device. Nice.
Phase 9 is under attack.
Intel team, semi-cloak, you can close the portals just like that. Not too much hassle. You don't see me. Semi-cloak. Yep, important. Yep. Hey, they saw me. Face the wrath of my covert phasers. As you can see, I'm not used to flying escorts. I'm all over the place. Yeah, we don't need 3 people closing 1 portal, so I'm gonna go for the next. Bye bye, battleship. Come on. I got DDX friend. Nice. I always wanted to fly through a DDX, and it's a bit of a shame that you can't. It's hitbox is made up so you can't fly through it. Bit of a shame, I think. Oh, the Defiant is here. Does that mean that... Yeah, I think it is. Good time for diplomacy DOF mission, so I wouldn't know. But back in the day, it used to be close to the Klingon sectors. It's been ages since I paid attention to DOF missions. So, I might be wrong. But I would fly a bit away from Sol system at least.
Surrender to the Terran Empire.
Surrender. And get the assault teams. But if anybody knows of a good place for diplomacy, just speak up.
Lower your defenses and surrender.
You only use gunboat diplomacy here. Actually, I think I want those Intel teams on my available tab here as well. Good idea. Be under constant intel team. But they don't see me. You are fools to oppose us. Yeah, you are, Terrans. They are fools to oppose us. Or to even attempt to take over. By the way, The Emperor will be back in the final of the Terran story arc. They confirmed that yesterday. But the Emperor will be back. Emperor will be back. That was a tongue twister. "16 teams, doing good." Oh, it's Emperor Wesley, but hey, we know him as well. The Emperor will crush you. Yeah. Makes all sense now, Lita, once you see it like that. You can say "shut up, Wesley" again. Yes, you can. Absolutely. That will be probably around sometime after the winter event, I guess. The anniversary update, so maybe. Your Acheron is now named the ISS Fire at Will. Of course it is. Now my Acheron is named after one of Pluto's moons, just like the Styx and Acheron is Pluto's moons. It's the Kerberos. The ISS take too much damage? No, yeah, I have a Styx that's named the ISS Face the Wrath, so yeah. Of course, you just had to. There's no way around it. 28 assault, 29 assault teams. This is doing really well. We still have 3 minutes to go. Wow, this is gonna be good amount of marks. I miss those days when we could make Lita scream. I know some people didn't like it, but I find it to be silly and fun. And I'm all for silly and fun. But the way they reworked this, you get a lot of more marks, so I guess that caters to more people. Just me liking the silly screaming. Six. I'm just constantly using my intel team, so it should keep me more or less alive and undetectable. They never saw me coming, and they never saw me leave. But I was here. Just like Kurland. Can we get to 47? Yes, we can easily get to 47. Just the magic starting number. Already at 44. 45. Ow. Well done, guys. 46, 47. We have achieved goodness and greatness. "49 assault teams. Wow. 50. Is Terex Nord disabled? I haven't paid attention. Yeah, it is. It is. Too much assault. Face the wrath of my assault teams. All 54 of them. Maybe I can squeeze in one more. It's 15 seconds to go. We have 13 seconds. Maybe. Just about. 56. Oh, just not enough time. But we got to 56, which is really good. That's a nice haul of assault teams.
We're reading an energy.
Now it's time to get into a nice flanking position and wait for the thing to start.
I'll reinforce you and put you in your place.
That was that thing that fell down. Yeah, we should get some good marks from this. And I think also I get my daily bonus, so it's gonna be extra. Where's the parallax? There it is. Just out of range. There we go.
You haven't seen the last of me.
Let's see. Terran mark package. No, I didn't get the bonus, but 371 marks for this.
Without your help.
We get 437.
Thank you.
Wow. We got 15 marks for DS9 final haul. 6 marks for that. We should have gotten 309, but with bonuses and that kind of thing. So yeah, this TFO gives a good amount of marks.
Nor has been.
Really, really well done.
Cheese.
We chased it. Let's just get the inventory sorted out a little bit. Salvage everything. The other day got less than 200, yeah. That means you were on a team that did not know what they were supposed to be doing, and then you get less marks. Oh, I wonder, is this... Reputation is tier 6, okay, that's good. That means I can just put it into Omega marks. And get the dill from that later. Okay. Let's see. We are not in a group anymore. But for some reason it broke us up. I'm just gonna... Oh, you are in a private. You are not in a private. Use the competitive engines and boost pickup. Don't fire at enemies. Exactly. Or just do as I did. Use your double intel team. I think you guys are in a broken private match. Because I cannot pick you up. Yeah. There we go. We had... there we go. And we have Mr. Raj. Let's see what's next. I don't need Borg TFOs, I don't need the endeavors. Don't look at them. I'm finished with endeavors. Why am I looking at them? Random. Why am I trying to tell you something? Why? And we're popping again. Goody good. Yeah, I right clicked your name, so there's a tell. As you could tell. Nice D-Dex. I like the D-Dex. Minor turbulence. I need to do something with that ship. That is a free ship. And where are they sending us? Oh, Spawn Camp Nebula. Tholians. Yeah, you need the Tholians. I don't mind this one. What I do here, I find a rock and I stick to it. And I usually go to that rock up there on the right side from the warp pit. You just spread out, find a rock and stick to it.
Our time here is limited. Stay focused, plan your attacks, and save as many ships as possible.
Usually works out quite well.
Critical for my people.
Yeah, I can feel that the ship is not super good. It's good enough, but it's not super good. It's a little bit lacking. But I think I've set it up as good as I can. Gets the job done, but it's just a little bit slower than my other ships. After all, it is an old escort. But it's a 4-3 layout. Oh, there's a Shram escort there. Of the Terran variety. There we go. Oh no, it's Tholians. Let's hope the toy jet has remained lurking.
You will be destroyed.
Yes, they will be destroyed. Azure Avenger. That's an accolade.
No, you will be destroyed.
50 Romulan ships in the nebula gets you an accolade. No, you will be destroyed. Exactly. This map is beautiful. There's nothing more to say than it is beautiful. Now we wait. Let's call in the Kobayashi. Yeah, I know it's the Kobayashi Maru. I called you in. You don't have to tell me. Like Kurland that ship is. This is the Kobayashi Maru. This is Kurland.
Not today, cretins.
Not today, cretins. What's that? Is that my ultimate? My useless ultimate drone? Yeah. It's flying around doing its thing. Which is nothing. It's pushing me. Oh, the web. It's a web. James Webb.
Kurlandashi hear you.
Kurlandashi hear you. Well, yeah, ish, maybe, kind of. This is the Kurlandashi hear you.
A Falchion dreadnought is escaping.
Oh, there's a fiver. So we have now completed all the optionals, and there is 8 minutes left of this TFO, so there should be some shaving off the timer when you meet the optionals, I think. Maybe. Please? Would have been nice. Just like Days of Doom. Deliver warp core and shave off some time. Because now we just get bonus marks, basically, for each ship we kill. Or, not kill, but release. And this is the Kobayashi Maru. Came straight out of that rock. Just like the Oberth. It got stuck in a rock. Alright. start buffing up. Maybe a bit too soon, but... I also need to make some more of those batteries, I think. I don't think I have more lying around. Nope. Let's set up a batch of batteries while we wait. It's a Apex. Let's do this first, then set up a batch of batteries. Oh, there's some over there. Hello. They can shoot me, but I cannot shoot them. That's not fair. Do some R&D. Beam batteries for the cannons. Makes perfect sense. Uh-huh.
Apex warbird is escaping.
That's a Apex. What's this? That is 4431. Oh, we get another one of the big ones. Would have been nice. Peek around the corner. Is it 2? Okay. Nothing special going on over there. And you have a Apex, no, Delon, Apex. Grab the loot. I think it's time to start slapping the spacebar again. Get ready for the next encounter. That was good timing. That was perfect time. And it was just a little Tillis. Yay, 4 minutes to go. Which should mean at least 2 more ships here. Usually spawn in just about 2 minutes after you release one. I'm not sure where they keep them, and I don't know why they keep putting them out when we just released them. Tholians do not think logical. 6541. Why are there so few falchions? I wonder. Makes me wonder. There's not much going on with this ship. It's actually just 2 big engines on a tiny hull and some structures around the engines. Basically just engines. Start to buffing up again. Ready for the next encounter. Also good timing, I say. And it's a Talon. Tholians pulled them from other realities, which explains why the Roman Republic can give every colonist nobody He rocks up on the doorstep of a shiny warbird. Yeah, maybe. We pulled them in from other realities and we just released them, and then the Romulan Republic has a new ship. Makes sense. It's a good explanation. Because they just appear.
This warbird is escaping.
Actually, a very good explanation.
A Dalan warbird is escaping.
Now just slightly go back. I don't think we're gonna be able to release another ship here, so I'm just gonna swish around a bit and see
This warbird is escaping.
if there's any else. There is a ship coming in. Maybe over here. Pulls a Romulan from the reality where the Packlets took over the beta quadrant. Goodness, no, Popo Trans, no. But my Packlet is actually quite powerful. And hello. Using surgical strikes because he is intelligent. Using intel. Yeah, I think we are more or less done in this map. Oh, this one. This one. Look. We can do this. Just need to get into the tractor beam. Stop. Next. And I think, at least in this satellite, or rock, that was this last ship. Oh, we just got that one. Nice. Yeah, we got 2 falchions though. That's not a lot. 8752. It's okay. Let's see what kind of marks we're gonna get. 189. That's okay. Actually quite okay. GG. And now I want to do a dedicated run on the ground. I would like to do a bug hunt, if you guys are okay with that. Just because I feel like doing something on ground. And then it's Kittimer time after that. I see. And Master Chief says sure and leaves the task force. Okay. Are you changing character or something? Or just was that a miss click of some kind? I'm gonna reinvite you to see. I'm not sure why you. I don't know why you left. You're lost and have to watch House of the Dragons. Okay, yeah, no problems. I'm gonna set us up for a bug hunt because I just want to use this ground stuff as well. My map change can sometimes kick you out. Because I'm using the Dyson ground set and I just like the Dyson proton beam rifle so much. Looks good. Let's do this. Oh, that was quick. Very quick. Yeah, map change sometimes just kicks you straight out of privates.
I'm Lieutenant John Vanderveer, and I'll be your demolitions
expert. Oh, it's Saru. That's... Hey, let me look at you. That's a good Saru. Looking good. At least it doesn't kick you straight in the privates. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, look at the Dyson rifle. I kind of like it. Yeah, we can't see it anymore. It's old, but I like it. It has a nice whitish, bluish beam. Yep, we are good to go. What's this? Missed it? Yes, it was. Just fixing a field of view.
Obstacle clear.
It was messed up. Get the agony field going. Carrots sometimes just shoots straight down. It's not even possible. Shouldn't be. Oh, 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 oh.
Clear to proceed.
This. Sylvia's feline charm. I need to have that. And there's something up there, I guess. Yep, there's something. See if this can do anything. Still there? Yeah, it's still trying to do something. Fire in the hole. Let's go.
Area clear. Scans show that we need to jump down this narrow fissure in the rock. Be careful.
Agony field going up.
For us at the bottom.
Yes, it's good. The larval fin is gone. Just like that. I like it.
According to our scans, there's a tunnel under us.
Yep.
Give me a moment, I'll clear a path.
Oh. I get Latinum for kills. I guess I'm using the Ferengi.
Watch that first step.
Ferengi duty officer. Kinda useless, but fun.
I think I can get us across. See that large stalagmite? If I blow it just
Yep,
right,
Ferengi it off.
across the chasm.
The one you get from the mission with Nog. Tax me by the hour, maybe it does. The Great Cornholio coming in with a raid. Hello everybody. Welcome, hope you had a good stream, Cornholio. Just messing around in Star Trek Online as I usually do. Playing different characters. I have a ton of characters, and my goal now is to play each and every one of them on stream for the rest of the year. So it's going to be a lot of this. TFOs, grinding, and general mayhem. Give you a shout out as well. Let's see. Where is it? I am. There we are. Starting online. As we always do. Welcome. Ah, good. The bridge of doom. And again, double raid. Interesting. Well, thank you for the double raid. The A straggler or two? I see, I see. Well, thank you for the raid. And I hope you had a good stream. Just messing about here. Taking down the spawn mother. Like this. And just like that. Perfect. Delta. Whatever. I don't really need the marks, I'm just doing this for fun.
You killed the spawn mother, but we need to fall back so I can set off the charges and bring down the hive.
Triple? Yeah, maybe. Might be. Might be. Let's just get those boxes out of the system. We are getting raided. Raiding parties. Boarding parties. Welcome. Thank you, Freak Boy Gaming, for teaming up, and I hope to see you again at a later time. Have a good evening. Oh, by the way, I think, yeah, that's also streaming. And you gotta run, yeah, of course you gotta run. You've been streaming yourself, so you need a break. I totally understand. That means we have one opening, since Freak Boy had to step out. There is one opening if anybody would like to join for something. Well, it's gonna be Temer because I'm looking at the time, so it is Temer. Regardless, if we get a full group or not. If you were in a console, yeah, exactly. That's the thing, we don't have crossplay, unfortunately. Or should we say fortunately? I don't know. But we can do a 4-man Temer. Yes, we can. We are capable. I see Atreus is ready. Shooting off fireworks. So let's just get into harassing Donatra as a final TFO for this evening. So I usually go right, Atreus go left, and then we can just spread out the rest of you. Let's go. We have the technology, yes we do, and we have the knowledge. And we have the courage. Actually have the courage. The ship, that is. Left for Atreus, right for me.
There are 2 active Borg transwarp.
In the old cat escort. Do you have faith of the heart? Yes we do. But it's been a long road before we got that. Right left for Master Chief, that means left right for Raj. That's confusing. But Raj, you go to the left side. And me and Master Chief goes to the left side. And my batteries are ready to get out of the oven. Nice. Put them in. Yep, good. Then we're good to go. And we have mines for days. It's a photon. Oh. Oh. Yep, it's gone. But it's back. Take care of the proof first before I go. And we have a cube. Say goodbye to the cube. Now we can focus on the transformer. Actually more than meets the eye. Trey is showing off over there. Good. around the home stretch, so to say. Very well done. Just needs to deal with the stragglers, as Kumarki says. Yay! Ooh, it's a warbird. It's an emergency artillery warbird, if I'm not mistaken.
Curlin here, come in.
Indeed. Where did she go? He cloaked. Ah, stupid. She cloaked. And she's gone. Perfect, perfect, and perfect. Just perfect. Just the way I like it. Quick and easy. Temer. Okay, that brings me to the end of today's stream. But I will be...
well done.
GG indeed. I will be back Monday with the final stream of Transport Fever, and then it's going to be all Star Trek Online for the rest of the year after that. So, well, let's see if we can find a raiding target. Send the boarding parties over to someone else. Where to send you? I don't know these guys. There's someone over there. I don't know them, but they do play Star Trek Online, so we could try that. We could try that. Never seen them before. They seem to be playing. Tabby? Is Tabby online? I didn't see. Yes. Ah, perfect, perfect. I forgot how to spell it. Let's see. Tabby. Tab.
You haven't seen the last of me!
Yeah.
Live long and prosper.
Sending over to Tabitha Games, and I'll be back on Monday with Transport Fever, Star Trek Online again from Wednesday on and for the rest of the year. Have a good one, everybody. Have a nice weekend when it comes, and live long and prosper, as they say. And I will see you when I see you. Good evening, everybody.